Hello everyone, it's Carrie, and today I'm a part of the Save the Crafty YouTuber video hop, where we are celebrating all of these beautiful sponsors. And today I have a fun video to share with you on 5 ways to use a stencil. Now I'm going to be using these clarity brushes here. You can use these makeup brushes if you have them, but for this technique I really love these clarity brushes. And these techniques I'm going to share with you today can be used on any stencil that you might have, so be sure to give them a try at home. What I'm going to do is take 4 different colors of distress inks and brush them across this stencil. I have a blue, a couple greens, and a yellow, but looking back I could have just used one green and it would have been just fine. And I'm brushing them across the entire stencil, starting from off the stencil through the middle and onto the other side. And look how beautiful that turned out. It makes for such a beautiful card panel that all you really need is a sentiment. I am using this sentiment set that came in the Hedgehog Hollow May 2019 kit, and that's where this stencil came from actually as well. I'm just going to stamp that using some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and I stamp it a couple of times to get a really nice clear impression, and I went ahead and clear heat embossed it. Now I'm going to take some of that paper that was also in the kit, and I will use that as a frame for this particular one. And that's what I'm going to be using for most of them. You'll see as I share the other techniques. So I'll attach that to a top folding card. The card base that I'm using is 110-pound paper, which is my favorite for making cards. Now the second technique I'm going to share is going to start out very much the same way, only this time I'm going to be using 3 different colors: a green, which is evergreen bough, yellow mustard seed, and abandoned coral. And I just did the same exact way, but I'm going to add some glitter paste to the top of it. And when you add glitter paste to the top of some blended ink, it comes out so sparkly and so beautiful. I really love this one. Now this is the Nuvo glitter paste, and it's the clear one, which is my favorite because you can turn it to any color you want, or you can put it over some ink blending like this and it turns into that color. Look at that shine. The fourth technique I'm going to share is doing some selective inking on this stencil. So I'm going to start out with a light blue, and I'm just going to ink it over the flower portion of this stencil. I'm using the makeup brushes here, as you can see, and I'm using kind of a smaller makeup brush, and now I'm going to go in with the Salty Ocean, which is a little darker of a blue, and a smaller brush, and I'm just going to ink the centers of those flowers. So the centers will be the darkest, and then it will lighten up towards the outer portion of the flowers. This is such a simple technique, and it packs quite a punch, especially in real life. I'm not sure if in the video that it comes across, but look at that beautiful blending. For the leaves, I'm going to use peeled paint and also another makeup brush here to blend it on, and I'll do that for all of the leaves. As I finish this up, I wanted to mention that I do have a giveaway at the end of this video, so keep on watching and I'll explain to you what that giveaway is that you can use on some of your stenciled panels at home. This is the chipboard piece I'm going to be using with this card, and I ended up coloring it with a dark gray Copic marker so that it would stand out from the beautiful inked background. And I'll use a blue panel for this one, and attach it to a 110-pound card base. To finish off this glitter one that we had done earlier, it's now dry. I'm just going to add a white heat embossed sentiment on a black background. Just that simple. Now we will go on to the fourth technique that I have to share to you, and this is using texture paste. Now you can see that my texture paste is getting a little bit tricky to use, so I just kind of soften it up on my craft mat here to use it for this technique today. Now texture paste adds a nice white background. You can use inks to color it up, or you can use it as a white texture for your background, and that's what I'm doing here today. Have you ever had texture paste harden up on you like this? If you have any tricks for me, leave me a comment below about that. To finish this card up, I'm going to use a striped black and white background and a chipboard piece that I will heat emboss with some purple glitter embossing powder. Now you can see I just put that chipboard piece onto some sticky ink here, and I'm going to heat set this purple glitter embossing powder. Makes for kind of a fun embellishment for a card. And I did repeat this process 2 or 3 times to get a really nice embellishment. And I'm just going to attach that to the striped paper, attach it to a 110-pound card base, and add some purple sequins here to complete the look. Those purple sequins kind of match my glitter embossed embellishment there. Such a fun look for a card. To complete the look for the first card that we did that I inked with the Clarity brushes, I will use some Nuvo jewel drops, and these are translucent drops so you can kind of see through to the ink still, and I think they add such a fun touch. And I'll use yellow and the key lime and also the sea breeze to finish off this card. And the sentiment says, "My world is better with you in it." Now this Crafty YouTuber video hop is a celebration of card making video tutorials created by a group of talented crafters with all different skills and levels. To enter to win, please be sure to watch the video, like the video, and consider subscribing. Click the link on the video description below to hop to the next video. And be sure to let yourself be inspired. Don't forget to comment because we have tons of prizes to give away, and indicate if you're located in the USA or international so that prizes can be awarded appropriately. For my last technique, I'm going to be using this Decofoil transfer gel, and you can see that I am using a palette brush or a palette knife and scraping that top off. Don't want to waste any of that product. And we'll apply this in much the same way. You can see that I did put the stencil off the edge this time for a little bit of a different look. Now this Decofoil does need to dry for at least an hour or until the product turns clear. I'm going to do 2 of them while I'm at this. One I'll use for the whole entire panel and the other just off the side. I did let this dry for a couple of hours and came back to it a little bit later. And I have this Decofoil, one in a pink blush color and one in a rainbow color, and I'll just cut that to size. And then I am going to use my Mink machine to heat set that. You can use a laminator if you have that for this technique as well. So I'll put it in my transfer sheet and go ahead and run it through the machine on a number 3 setting. And here is the reveal of the beautiful foil. So pretty. Here's the rainbow one as well. And it just shines. You can see that I got a little bit of the foil in places I don't want it, but that's okay because we can use a little craft knife to kind of get that off. And I also used a sand eraser on some of these and it worked beautifully. To finish these cards, I have the Hey Gorgeous die and also a die that says Do All Things with Love from Pink Fresh Studio, and these are the dies that I'm giving away. I'm giving away both dies, Hey Gorgeous and Do All Things with Love, so be sure to comment to win. I finished off this one with some pink gemstones, and the other I just used a little bit of black with some vellum behind it. And here's a look back at all of the cards that we've created today. I hope you enjoyed all of these techniques using some inking, texture paste, selective inking, glitter paste, and foiling. And I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you really enjoyed this hop, and I hope you enjoyed the inspiration. Please remember to comment and let me know where you are located so that you're eligible to win some of these prizes. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to see you again. Thank you again so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.